we'd just go ahead and get started early since Jay was finished early and since we had such a good crowd. So I thought we'd just go ahead. Hi, Glow. Welcome. Got Lala. Happy Place Crafting. Welcome. We've got Carmen's Crafty Creations. ECR. Thanks for hopping in. Anyway, I had planned, and I know we said that, I'm going to just kind of switch screens here. We'll go, whoops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I was going to minimize, and I want to do that. Anyway, I was planning to work with the same product that Jay was working with tonight, and I didn't know whether I should do that or if I should go ahead and swap over. I actually have my 4 hem kit laying here. I was kind of packing it up because I'm moving on to the next Love from Lizzie kit. And so I thought I would ask you guys, do you want to see more of the Not Too Shabby paper? You want to see something different since everybody was over there? Just let me know and we'll decide what to do. So, and everybody just saying hello to everyone. Hey, Teresa, welcome. Didn't mean to skip over you there. You can definitely work with the Not Too Shabby goods. All right, well, we'll do it because I've got them all ready to go. And what I was trying to do was actually finish up this set. I've got 11 through 15, which is 18. And I thought we would just work with that. Now, this stuff I'm not done working with. It's fabulous and super fun. I've got a lot of cards with them. But before we get started, I want to show you a little project I did for for Cat Scrappiness over the weekend. We decided to throw together a quick scrapbooking session, and we ran some videos and some lives on the Cat Scrappiness channel. And you know, I don't do scrapbooking very much or albums very much, but we wanted to do something scrapbooking related. So I did this for Cat Scrappiness using her product, and I thought it turned out super cute and it was lots of fun. I did run a little short on it, didn't get very many views, but super cute. And this is the Quinny and the Quokka stuff. I thought I'd show you real quick. I thought they turned out really cute. Just some little, you know, a pocket with some little note cards in there that we could put in there. And then I used the Oh Boy sentiment there, and then a border die with the, you know, the mouse ears, the gloves, and the stars. And then I did like a waterfall. This says it's fun to do the impossible. And then I just used all of it. I mean, I blew this paper pad up. I didn't have much of it. I knew I wanted to do this theme for the mini album, but I didn't have very much paper because I had worked with it so much. But I thought it turned out really cute. Best friends stick together. And we've got this is called the Quouses. Quickie and Quinny Quouse is who it is. So anyway, that's what the name of it was. But I thought it was super fun, and it was an easy little project that came together pretty quickly. And it was super fun. So I thought I would show you guys that. Just a lot of fun this weekend. Made some really fun things. So what did I do with those other cards? Let me grab them real quick. I was looking for, while Jay was working with the bird, I had done a bird card with this Not Too Shabby set, and I cannot lay my hand on it. I maybe have already given it away because I thought it was fabulous, and I was going to show it to you guys. But anyway, this is the set of 15 that I've started, just to kind of flip them. Have I got them in order? I have no idea. Yes. So I kind of changed the strip on there, made it a smaller one. But I've got all these in order. And I just think the paper is just fantastic and gorgeous. And that one I did some embossing on it. And these are the 15. Now here I did use that. I didn't use very many of the lamb, much like Jay said. I just didn't use much of it. I don't send out very many Easter cards. I did put the bunny on this one. I thought that was super cute. And then the bicycle on this one. And then You Brighten My Day. Just a little basket with some milk and cheese in it. And then some of the circles with the butterflies. But for the, I was a guest designer for Not Too Shabby this month. And so I did some cards for that. And I had made this one, which I thought was really, I put a double stick, like a hook and loop on there to close it that made this one. I thought it was really, really pretty as well. I just thought the paper pads were just gorgeous. Jamie's always is. And for this one, then I made this. I don't I thought it turned out really pretty. But the bird one, I absolutely loved. I used an arch and made like a garden scene and put the birds on there, and I put the bird bath that was included, and it was gorgeous, and I just could not lay my hand on it tonight. So I think I've given it away, because I mean, I went through just about every card while Jay was talking about his bird, trying to look for it because I really liked it. But anyway, just a beautiful, beautiful set of pattern paper. Jamie always just knocks it out of the ballpark. So anyway, I've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 here ready to go. And I thought we would just get started. So I actually got sick yesterday and kind of got down. And so I had like a stomach bug, but I'm feeling better now. So I'm glad about that. But I didn't get as much craftiness done as I had planned. So I just basically, once I got to feeling better and got around, I just kind of laid around and rested. I did make a really cool, we have a, birthday coming up in the family, which I was supposed to text Kelly and tell her I'm going live, and I forgot. Anyway, and I made a really cool card for a man birthday, and I sent it. I've already mailed it already, and I can't show it anyway because it's product that's not released. But I had to use it. It was so much fun, and it turned out so great. I can't wait for him to get it. But anyway, so that was the only thing I did do, and I made myself. My husband's like, "We got to get that in the mail." And so I was like, okay, I'll go in there and try to crank it out, even though I was feeling bad. So my card bases are always off too. I mentioned that in Jay's chat, never fails. So let me see real quick. I'm going to very quickly send a text and just tell her that I'm live. Okay, there we go. So anyway, so this is the sketch that has all of the crisscross things on it. And so I'm going to want to get those laid down before I put it on its backer sheet. But this paper is just so lovely. Love it, love it, love it. I know I've said that a bunch, but I just can't help it. It's so pretty. I got to figure out which way I was going. I think I was going with the florals and the yellow on this. I think I'm going to put the yellows on the back. And last time I did it, I didn't put enough of them on there. So I want to make sure I get enough of them. You're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each one. So anyway, and I don't know if you guys have a system about how you do this, but actually she does it. I'm just going to do it just like she did it, just so I can do it right. Like that. And then this one will go down. And it actually goes underneath the next one. I think you should probably just lay all of these down first and then put the other ones on top. Maybe that's the easiest way. Hey, Jay, welcome back. Yeah, I'm glad to be feeling better too. I got up and I had, taken a bath and gotten ready, and Pat was mowing the yard, and I was in the craft room. I moved a couple things around that were annoying me. And I was in here, doing that, just, kind of minding my own business. He was out mowing. And then he came back in, and I came back. We talked for a minute, and then I came back in here. And then I just immediately started feeling sick. And I went and I told him, I said, I am sick to my stomach. And then it just hit me. And so I had to send him to the store to get me some medicine because I was feeling so bad. Anyway, you probably don't all need to hear that, but I'm better now. I wasn't sure if I was going to go to church this morning, just because I was like, oh, I don't know. But our regular music leader was not there, and our substitute music leader was there, and I knew that he would need some assistance with the guitar. And so I thought I need to go just to help him out so he's not hanging out there. And so I did manage to go, and I was fine, except that it's really hot on the stage, and I got kind of warm up there. I was like, oh, it's a little warm with all those lights and everything. But he was appreciative when we got done. He said, thank you, Shanna. He said, for being there for me. And I was like, oh, no problem. Because, usually he just plays guitar and doesn't have to lead the singers and everything. And it's a lot when you're trying to juggle all that and you're not the regular person that does it. So anywho, so it went well. It went better than practice on Thursday night. Thursday night was kind of rough, but we got it all honed out and everything, I think. Anywho. So I made it to that. And then Pat had said, since I was not well, he said, you're not cooking this Sunday. He said, we'll get food out. And so we just we have a local Chinese restaurant that we love, and the kids came in town and they're like, it was either going to be Mexican or Chinese, and we went with Chinese. So that's what we did, and I didn't have to cook a meal. So that was nice. And my sister was here. So let's see, everybody's just hanging out there. Okay, so I think each one of these kind of cross over. Yeah, the next one. So we'll just get them laid down on there. Try to keep them somewhat straight. I think I was going to use the floral pattern. Well, actually I have different. I have butterfly and floral. I must be using just what scraps I have. So, and I probably should have alternated them maybe. Oh, well, we'll just do what we're doing. We'll just go with the flow. It'll be fine. So I caught Linda earlier today. She had cased my, we had a KCC hop with pink and Maine today, and I made a flower cart card. I don't know where it is. But she wanted to make it, and she was sad that she didn't have the product, but she was able to go onto Cricut and create her own flower cart, and it looked a lot like it. She did a fabulous job. So that was fun I was laying on the couch and I just popped in on it and I was like, oh, and I just happened to catch her and she's like, oh, I'm casing your cart. I was like, oh, so that was fun. So Linda had that going on. She's going live, trying to go live every day in May at 1. What is it, Eastern Central Time, or I can't remember. I need to find my scissors so I can cut this off. Where are they? Anyway, Linda, you can pop that up in the chat, but well, I guess I'm gonna go with these. I don't like to cut, oh, there we go. I don't like to cut gluey things with my Tim Holtz scissors. So yeah, the yellow paper. Yes, that is the not too shabby. Jay, there are 2 packs. You showed the one, and I actually have 2. Let me show you real quick since you asked that. I'm going to try and find the cover sheet for it. The yellow actually has the cut up parts in this, and there were multiples in there, so you could use I could use the yellows because there were multiple cut aparts. And I found that these cut aparts worked better with the Magic of Spring because it had a lot of yellow in it. So this is the Magic of Spring. And so it is a little bit different. And then you were using the Denim Spring, I believe. So I actually have 2 here that I'm working with. Well, you can watch the replays, Lala, if you want to catch Linda, but it's fun. She likes to sing on her channel and just relax and have a good time. So anyway, so that's what's been going on with me. And I'm glad to be feeling better and be able to craft. Now these are just snapping and flying all over the place. It's good solid cardstock. So there we go. Anywho, so I'm going to get this set finished up. Now, I did submit a KCC 18 for April. So I'm going to have if I get this done tonight or shortly thereafter, I am going to have a set for May done already. So that'll be nice. And what I've got in mind, since I have these butterflies on here, was to bring in some of the butterfly ephemera. So I had picked it out. They're kind of small, but this is really a busy sketch with these crisscrossed. Let's see if I can get this laid down on here. I'm on the struggle bus. Okay. It really does make it kind of a busy sketch. There we go. Close enough. And then we lay that on there. I think that's pretty. Very pretty. At least it's not popcorn. Oh, you do have that. You just didn't want a fussy cut. Well, I feel you. And I did quite a bit of fussy cutting, but I will just show you. Where's my little? I think I put them in here. I did figure out how to, I think they're in here, how to lay some dies down to get around them. It is a bit of a challenge. I had I had just several of my nesting dies out trying to figure out which ones because they're so close together. Let me find that page. You know, that it's hard to get a die in there. So I've got a little bit of the hook on the umbrella on there and a little bit of the umbrella. It's hard to get them in there tight. So I did a whole bunch of fussy cutting with it, but I did find some way to do the dies. And I did, do you have the stamp set too, Jay? I did stamp some of these out thinking I might use some of those, and then some of the sentiments as well. I've got them ready as well. So we might pull some of those in for that. So got that one on this side. I've got so many kits and things going on right now, but I've got all these different containers that I'm trying to keep them in and keep them organized. And oh my goodness, it's crazy. Anywho, but I love it. So much fun stuff. All right, so this one we're going to get laid down on here. I'm kind of moving slow. It's 16 minutes and we don't have a card made. What's wrong with me? Anyway, so we'll get this one laid down, and we kind of have like about 1/4 of an inch beside there that's going to be showing what is going on there. My card bases must not have cut it very good. There we go. So we'll get that laid down on there. And then I don't know if I need I'm getting all my bits and pieces mixed up here, grabbing everything. I had die cut out some, I don't know if I need like a landing zone for these things. I was thinking, you know how much I'm in love with these little doilies. I felt like maybe we could add one of these and add our butterflies or something, or maybe I have a cream one too. Let's see. Bring this in. I had a real light cream one that was real pretty. We could bring a couple of those in and kind of nestle them together and put our butterflies on there. I think that would be pretty. Let's do that. I'm in love with these doilies. I'm addicted to them. Can't get enough of them. And I'm not worried about them kind of flipping up there a little bit on the edge. I will put some foam, which I had my foam squares. What did I do with them? Yikes, I can't keep track of anything. They're there. I think I'll put a foam square on this side. Let's see. Oh, you love those doilies too. Jana's here. Hey, Kelly. I had already started my live and remembered that I hadn't texted you. So I said, give me a minute. I'm going to text her and let her know so she can join. Anyway, so we'll get these laid down here. So Jana did a live on Cat Scrappiness yesterday too, and it was super, super cute. So it was really fun. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I reached out to the team and just asked who would be able. I had some members not available because they were traveling, so I didn't want to bother them because it was a short notice, but Dallas was able to do a live. I did a pre-recorded, Vaughn Marie did a pre-recorded, and then Jana did a live, and she had a ball with it. And unfortunately, Jay, moments later, Shanna orders a pallet of doilies. I know. I mentioned last time that Jamie has some doilies on the Cat Scrappiness, and they're a little bit bigger, and I'm so tempted to get those. But anyway, I need to put a cinnamon on here. But anyway, so Jana did a live, and she had a lot of fun. And of course, I was sick, so I didn't catch any of them at the time that they were supposed to go. And here I, worked and scheduled and got everybody lined up and everything, and then I didn't get to see them, and so I had to watch the replays. But I did watch the replays, and they were all fantastic, and I thought it was great. So, anyhow, I know I have some thin strips somewhere, but I've lost them. I'm telling you, what's the story of my life? I've probably packed them away in here or something, but we can work around it. Wanted some thin ones, but anywho, so that was fun. You keep freezing up. I'm freezing up. It must be your internet because I don't think I am. Yeah, Jana said it was a blast yesterday. It definitely was a fun project to do something different that we, because I have done scrapbooking for a long time, and well, I did make I've made some mini little I don't know, like little folios and stuff like that, but hadn't done scrapbooking in a while, so it was fun to do something different. And I just had a good play with it. And hey, Daria, welcome. You made it. She was able to stay awake. I'm surprised. Anyway, so now tomorrow morning, Daria and I are going to go live at 10 a.m. like we normally do, and it's gonna be mermazing. So you guys are gonna have to check it out. And I've kind of worked on a little project. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it looks cute, so hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully I can pull it off, but I was kind of planning ahead because we last minute said, what are we going to do? And we decided to do something different. So yeah, Kelly, Lala's saying try refreshing the browser and then you'll be all right. Hey, Queen Bee, welcome. You're like like and shared out this live stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's telling Kelly to go out and come back in. So glad you could join us. Anyway, I think this is super pretty. It says happiness blooms from within. And we've got the butterflies on there. So let's move on to the next because we're going to get this set down, I hope. Anyway, so this one, I thought we would make a frame out of it. So I need to trying to remember what I'm doing here. Okay, so I've got this. And I just cut this one out. This was one of the cut aparts. And I thought, well, I can fit it inside this frame and it'll be like a frame on our card. And so that's what we're going to do here. And I've got all these layers and we're going to get them laid down. This, I think it's cloudy sky or stormy sky. Hang on. I always can never remember the name of it. Do they have it anymore? I don't think they have it anymore. Spellbinders changed their color and this kind of looks like it. It's between these two. I don't think they have it anymore. Well, shoot, that's like my favorite color. Anyway, they used to have it as like stormy sky, but I guess it would be like celestial would be the new color now that would go with it. But it has always been my favorite. But this looks great with this particular paper pack. So anyway, so we got a good crowd in here tonight. Now next, no, it's next Monday. It's not next Sunday. Next Monday, our lives, I had mentioned before that Daria's not going to be able to be there. And lo and behold, I got in the mail again, jury duty. So not this coming Monday. Tomorrow we'll be live, but next Monday, we shall see. Daria won't be there. And I said maybe, somebody else could join me on the channel if they want next Monday, but I won't know until Sunday night at 5 p.m. if I'm going to be able to go live on Monday, because you can call, there's a number you call and they'll tell you if the trial is still on and if you have to go. Now, it hadn't been that long ago that I got called and I called in and I didn't have to go. But the time before that, I served on a jury, and I was on there for a little bit. So anyway, so hopefully I won't have to go, but if I do, I'll do. So we're just gonna lay this down. Oh yes, Lala! Happy advanced Mother's Day to all the moms and moms at heart. Yeah, for sure. Oh no, I haven't. I've got to set my phone on. Let me do this now, or before we get in a pickle. Somebody starts calling us like they did last week. Where's it at? Come on. I'm going to get it in sleep mode. Where are we at? Why can't I get it? Oh, there it is. Hang on. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can do it on my watch. I'll do it here. Silent mode. I think that'll work. Hopefully. Anyway, I got a phone call on my live on Monday and it messed me up. Oh, that didn't stop it. Okay, hang on. Let me get this laid down on here. I keep getting the wrong screen on here. There it is. Bingo. Okay. Got that shut off, so that should take care of it. I don't know if you guys can hear that dinging coming in. So what's going on? Oh, Mom Lala saying, good to meet you. To Queen Bee. Has it been 2 years since your last? What was my last? I don't. Oh no, I think it has been. It has been 2 years since that last trial that I was on. So this is the lamb paper, but we're not going to use it. I thought we would highlight some of that more plain paper on this particular card, just because I really haven't shown it much on the other ones. In fact, I think I do it for the next few, just trying to use it. But we'll get it laid down on here, and hopefully I'm doing this right. It looks like it. See if we can get it lined up better. So Kelly, before you come on, I was telling them that I made a really fun card, birthday card, that I can't show because it the product hadn't come out yet. But it was for Kelly's husband, who's having a birthday. So I'm excited. I can't wait for him to get the card. And then I did video the making of it, so I will run it, but I just can't run it until Spellbinders releases the product. So it'll be fun. But it was a lot of fun. Oh, Dawn said her new bees will be here soon. So I'm supposed to have another. I think I opted to just do two banners on this particular one. The sketch calls for 3, but this one was so big and I wanted to use it because I had it. So I think I opted to just do the 2 on there like that. So I'm going to try and get this laid down on here. And then I think we might even pop it up. So you used to struggle with double-sided paper, specifically when both sides have gorgeous patterns, so you end up hoarding them. That's what Lala said. Yeah, I do too. It's always when you go to put the glue on there and you see the other side, you're like, oh, do I want to use this side or that side? It's always a struggle. But you got good product, So the good thing is they give you duplicates, so you can highlight both of them, is what you can do. So I am going to pop this up. Let's see, Mina Craft, hi, and nice to meet you. I'm super bold and outspoken, but my only international community knows about my personality, like Don knows this well about me. Oh, mercy. So, I don't know. What have I got going on? I don't know. I had those 2 hops this weekend. We had the Crafty Critta, which those cards turned out lovely. We had some foiling on there, and then we had that Pink and Main that Linda had cased. Those were really fun. I did some. I'm not always pleased with my projects. I'm not always satisfied, and I'm my worst critic. But I was really pleased with most of what I did this week. So that was really, really nice. So, oh my goodness, and the youth pastor's wife has asked me if I will do the decorating for the Vacation Bible School this year. And it's such a big project. And the people that I'm succeeding were so fantastic. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do it as well. You have that die set from Pink and Main. Love that flower cart. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I went up in the attic at the church to look at some of the things that we have, because we have lots of decor and stuff like that. And there were some things in there that I think I can incorporate with some new stuff, and maybe we can do it. And I've actually asked for some help from some other people in the church, because I don't want to do it myself, because it is a big project. So I'm just looking to see if there's anything else. I've got some interesting things in here. This is like my landing zone for just anything that I like, that I worked with recently. I foiled these pencils and colored them the other day. Let's do You Brighten My Day, and we'll put that at the top, and then we'll have a sentiment on there. I'm gonna have to make some more sentiments because I didn't do very many. And I did stamp the stamp set because I thought I really haven't used it much. So we might, if we have a spot, we might try to use it. If not, I'm showing it to you. The thought of that scares you, Queen Bee? What are we talking about? Let's see. You absolutely dislike being selected by jury duty, so I've developed a good way of not serving. It has worked for me. Your mom used to do that every year. Yeah, it is a big project. Yeah. Yeah, I have been, well, the very first time I was put in the box where they're selecting people, and I was 9 months pregnant with my oldest daughter. And they wanted me. Um, it was a crime against a child, and it was not good. And both sides wanted me, and they kept keeping me in. And I think because the defendant actually was somebody that I had gone to school with, and so I think that the defense attorney thought I would have sympathy for that person, and so they wanted to keep me. And then because I was pregnant, I thought the prosecutor wanted to keep me because it was an infant. And I just kept going through it, and they were asking questions, and they said, do you know the defendant? And I said, yeah, I believe we went to school together. And they still wanted to keep me and everything. And finally, at the very end, and I thought, oh my gosh, the judge said, I am going to throw her out because if she has that baby during this trial, my wife will kill me. And so the judge threw me out, and I didn't have to do it. And then I'd been a couple other times where you're going through the selection process and didn't get selected. And then the time before last, I actually got selected and had to sit. And it was it was a little bit scary because this was a hardened criminal. So anyway, so this is the next one, and we're ready to move on to 13. So this was 12. I did 11 and 12, and now we've got 13. So hey, Jamie, welcome. Jay and I back to back were working with this pattern paper. I saw he was working with it, and I said, "Oh, I'm planning to work with the same thing." And the chatterbox said, "Go right ahead. It's good to have lots of inspiration." So we both worked with your pattern paper this evening. So yeah. Anyway, so that's that story. So hopefully next Monday or Friday or Sunday, I'll call on Sunday night. What they do is they have like a recording, and you just call, and it says, it'll say the trial has been canceled. You do not have to report, or it'll say, please plan to report. So see you tomorrow, Daria. Have a good evening. Get a good night's rest, and hopefully you got your new camera set up, so we'll be good to go. Anyway, so hopefully I won't have to go, because it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. Okay, now this one is a little bit different. I've got to get my sketch here, and this is the one that is like this, and so it's a little bit different. So I want to get all my parts together so I know what I'm doing here. And this one I'm going to bring in. I thought it'd be cute to bring this in. This just reminds me of like your back porch, or it's just super cute. In fact, my oldest daughter just got some new wicker outdoor furniture, and it is just lovely. So I love that. All right, so this one we're going to lay down on here like this. Oops. We'll get it going. Daria gets up. She's like me. She gets up very, very early. And so she goes to bed very early. So I don't go to bed as early, but I do get up early. Now, today, well, I got up early, but then I was able to fall back to sleep since I'd not been feeling well. But anyway, I did sleep in a little bit. So it's unusual, though, because I do get up. I like to get up early and have my quiet time. That's what I like to do. Okay, so these are just going to layer up on here. I think, are they the same size? Yeah, they're different. So I've got them right here. So let's see, the Crafty Visage. I shall be at board meeting on May 14th, and I get to speak for a full 5 minutes on topics I have in my notes. You like to speak in public? I have to do the financial reports at the church, and I have to stand up and give them, and I can do it. It's not my favorite thing. Pat certainly likes to talk more in public than I do, but I can do it. It's just not my favorite thing. But everyone's very kind, and so that's good. All right. Thanks for being here, friends. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, and if you're new, subscribe. Thank you, Lala. Appreciate it. Oops, I'll put that up there for a minute. Last not lady. I hope that last topic is on the list. Okay, well, they're talking about something specific. Anyway, so I've got to figure out, let's see, one of them is, oh, they're about the same. I guess they are the same size, so it doesn't matter. I can go either way. Do I want it like this? I think I want it like this and have the yellow on top is what I think I want to do. So we will get this one laid down and then we'll lay the other one over it and then we'll cut it off and that will be our sketch. So we've got almost 3 done. We've been 36 minutes. So that's not too bad. So I'm just looking at my sketch, getting that laid down on there. And then this one crosses over it like that. Actually, I think it goes to the corner. And then this one lays over it. So, okay, we'll just get some glue laid down on here. I'm not going to worry about my layering. I think it'll be all right. I've got some thin, just some thin paper that I'm putting behind it. So should be okay. Get that laid down on there like that. I love this paper. It's just so gorgeous. Love it. Can't get enough of it. And share away, my friends. Thanks so much. It does help my channel. I greatly appreciate it. I'm at about, I was telling you guys I was trying to get to 2,000. I'm at about, I think I'm about 2,035 right now. So yay, I did get to 2,000 and we'll just keep pressing on and seeing if we can grow the channel. So I put a lot of effort into it, because I do these daily videos and that's a lot. I mean, it really is. I didn't get that down exactly right. I think I'll trim it up just to make it look more right. Anyway, but it is a lot of work to, I think Lala said that the other day, how, it really is to put content out every day and, do the editing and all of that. It's a lot of work. Oh, Patrick likes to talk now. Yeah, he does. He does. He's a talker. He is a talker. Everybody knows him. I like that, though, because he can talk for me. All right, so there we go. That is our sketch. Now we just have to figure out what we're going to do with it. And I think I was thinking that we would put, just kind of put this on there. And that looks kind of pretty. I wonder if there's anything else we could add. Let's look and see. I'm going to bring in my tray that I have my ephemera and all my little bits and pieces on there. There's a little table but I think that's a little bit too much. I don't know. What do you think about that? We could put some flower pots in there beside it. Probably wouldn't show them all, but no, I don't like that. Hi, Bone Tired Traveler. Welcome. I think you were on Linda's live earlier today, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I say Chatty Pathy. Kelly said Chatty Cathy, but yeah, I say Chatty Pathy. I think, Patty, I'm going to do it like that. And it'll be just like there's another piece of furniture behind there. I think that'll be fun and it'll give me an opportunity to use some more of that ephemera and kind of fill up this card base here. So, yeah. Welcome. Always welcome new subscribers. And like I said, I do a video every day. And I go live on Sundays and Mondays. Now, sometimes on my live days, I might not do a pre-recorded video. But like today I did because I had design team commitments that were running. And so I did have multiple. I have a video that ran this, at 10 a.m., which 10 a.m. is my normal time that I release. And it's all Eastern time. I'm Eastern time. So that's what I'm sharing, the time zone that I'm in. But anywho, so you can catch me. Usually I've got something going on. The other day I was too tired, and so I just did a short real quick so that I could have something on there. But I try to keep it going every day. So this is sketch 13, and I think it looks really pretty. And then we'll go on to sketch 14. Now this one, since you guys were all talking about, Queen Bee says she's working on unlocking 3,000 to her channel. She's under 100 now to her own channel goal. So if you guys want to hop on over there and check that out. I know she had subscribed to me and told me she's subscribed, and I immediately went over there and subscribe to her. So if you guys want to hop over there and check her out, to help her reach her goal. Now, you guys were talking about Jay's craft roulette card, being able to make it a craft roulette card. And I thought, well, I'm just going to make one of these because, botany is, a form of science. And so we have the plants and everything. I think we've got there's some brown in here. I would think of brown as a train, and we had to have a gift card. So I went ahead and took some of my paper and created a little sleeve for a gift card. And what was the other one? It was gift card, train colors, science, and add a flower. So we've got all of those. So I think that's what we'll do. And of course, I brought in this lovely die that I love, and I think it looks beautiful with that paper that I cut it out of. Isn't that pretty? Oh, love it. All right, so let's get this one built, and we'll just keep going. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of content creators out there that we haven't even scratched the surface on that are fun to watch. You can get inspiration from and just hang out with if you're, just kind of trolling the YouTube trying to find something to watch. So I've got to stop watching craft room tours. I keep watching them and then it makes me want to change stuff, and it's just I need to quit. But I like to watch them. I think it's fun to see what they've done. Okay, now this one, these are going to be layered up. So we're just going to bring these in and layer them up. I know Jay said he had a beautiful day today. We have had cold and rain. In fact, we've not had our heat on for quite some time because it was really nice. And then it changed and it got really, really cold. And so Pat's been running this heater that I have in here and not running the big furnace in the house. But I had to shut it off because I was getting hot in here earlier when I was working. And we've just had so much rain. Oh, thanks, Lala. Lala has shared Queen Bee's channel so that you guys can check it out. And so good. We're gonna help her reach her number. Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate, you sharing my channel. So I like to reciprocate, I guess is what I need to say. Anyway, so it's supposed to rain. And Pat, mows these yards, and he has been having a time trying to keep them all mowed up because of the rain. It's just been crazy. It's beautiful. Everything is green and lush and lovely. But I think Linda said they've not been getting any rain down there in Florida. So she's said, she doesn't know what their flowers are going to be like. But man, we've had some rain up here this overnight, and this morning it was just really, really raining. Yeah, the blues are gorgeous, aren't they? This is a really pretty set. And I was moving things around my craft room, and I came across that grit and grunge set too, and I was like, oh, I want to work with that some more too. Anyway, such good stuff. All right, so we're going to lay this on here like our sketch calls for, and I'm just going to glue it straight down. I'm not worried about it. If I can get my glue to function. There's my little pin. I'm going to have to get a little pin out and poke it. So Pat's, he likes to play pool with the neighbors on Sunday night after church. So that's where he's at. He's playing pool. And that way he knows he's not going to interrupt our lives. So anyway, so for this one, I thought we would just bring the girl in and add her to it. And she's got the flowers there. I think that's really, really pretty. You had rain too, and the grass is green, Jamie. Yeah, we've got a lot. And we have real, very thick, lush grass in our backyard specifically. And it's hard to keep up with it because it's really, really thick. But everybody says it feels like carpeting because it feels really good underneath your feet. So this is really pretty. Do I have anything? I may have to come back and put some cinnamons on there because I've only got just one more cup of positivity, but it doesn't really go with that. So we'll come back with cinnamons. But if this is going to be my craft roulette card, I've got to put a pocket on the inside. So we will do that really quickly. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to have an avalanche here. I've got my paper about ready to fall off the desk. So I'm going to take some double-sided tape and lay it down with that, and we'll create a pocket for our gift card. I really need my thinner, but this is what I've got here handy, so we'll just do it. And this will be our gift card. And I've got my little craft roulette business card laying there. So we'll stuff that in there, and that will be, and I should be able to get it submitted before the deadline. So I didn't do one last week. I did my 100th and then I skipped, and then I thought, well, I'll do one this week. At first I thought science. I was like, oh my goodness, what do I want to, where did I lose my, there we go. I thought, what do I want to do? Science. And then got to talking with Jay and Daria and stuff, and I'm like, oh, flowers and all the different things like that we can do for science. So that's no big deal. Your lawn is really green. Yeah, he fertilizes our yard. And so it's always super, super lush. Anyway, just going to put this on the inside of this card, and then we will have a gift card, and we will have met all of our parameters, and we'll stuff our little craft roulette gift card in there, and there we go. So it's good to go. Queen Bee is asking what state everyone is from. Well, I am from Indiana, and that's where I'm from. And now 15 has 15, 16, 17, and 18. Since this is KCC 18, you can actually make 18 with this. And if you're going to submit it, you're supposed to make all 18 to submit it. So I've got 4 panels. Basically what happened, Kendra said, was she had gotten all of her sketches done and was down to 15, and she realized she had a whole nother page to cut. So she cut it in a manner. Hey, Dallas. You were making design teamwork and forgot all lives. Yeah, no worries at all. Anyway, so then she wound up cutting that 6x6 in a manner that she could get 4 cards out of it, and that's how we wound up with 18, which is perfect because this is KCC 18, so it worked out perfectly. Now this is Mississippi. Okay. Illinois. Yep. Anyway, this paper or cardstocks was from Hobby Lobby. It's a bit bold, but I think it'll work okay with these patterns that we've got here. It's a little bit bright for my taste, but I think we're just gonna have it hanging out the edge a little bit. So these will come together pretty quick. Now we have decisions to make. We could use, oh my goodness. Let's see. I want to use this one because I've not used that pattern, and I want to use that one. I think I want to use this one and that one. Let's do that. I think that'll be pretty. I'm trying to use all of the patterns. Oh, thanks. Lala's linking up the Not Too Shabby shop. These are the products that Jay and I were working with tonight from Not Too Shabby. And she has paper pad subscriptions, and they are fantastic. And you can do add-ons. You can add on ephemera. You can add on a stamp set, I think. You can add on embellishment. So there's lots of things that you can add on with these subscriptions, and they're really very cost effective. So I would encourage you to check them out, and they're gorgeous. She does such a great job. Ooh, I wonder if I could turn that the other direction and go with that. I think that would give this one a different look. Let's do that. I know that the cut is not in the direction that it's supposed to be according to the sketch, but you can make it your own, and that's what I'm going to do. So that looks pretty. I like that. So there we go. And then it calls for some stuff. I'm supposed to put some stuff on here. So let's see what kind of, trying to see what I want to put on here. What did I do with that stuff? Come in here. Wonder what that would look like on there. Maybe not. I have this one too. I might save that for a different one. Okay, so we'll just find some bits and pieces that we'll lay on here. Yeah, the ephemera pack can create a lot. In fact, I should go back in and pop some stuff on the inside of my cards so that I can use it, because I certainly want to use as much as I possibly can. for that. Trying to decide what I want to use on this. So much goodness. I did stamp them in that blue too. And I could fussy cut those out. I wonder what that would look like if let's do that. I don't know what it would look like. I may not use it. I might be spending some time doing something that I won't use, but I think it'd be fun to just see. We'll audition it, as Jana says. She auditions for paper. I'm going to audition my stamp here. And I'm not the greatest fussy cutter, but I can get it done. And I think we can get it fairly quickly. This one's not too bad. I mean, we've got some floral detail here. I heard my husband come in, so if you heard that banging and clanging around, he's coming in. So anyway, now Daria ordered a camera, a new camera that actually her husband did for her to go live. So we'll see if she's able to use it tomorrow and see how it goes. I told her I want to know how it works because I use my phone. I don't know if you guys all do or how you do it, but I use my phone for my this view, and then I use my computer for that view. And sometimes I have my iPad over there going so I can kind of just check everything out. But anyway, but I'm interested to see how the whole computer or the whole camera scenario works for lives when she does it. So I told her if it works out, I may have to check it out. But it really is so, to me, the phone is just the easiest way to do it. And even for like the pre-recorded, it's just so much easier. You don't have to, you know, download or upload or whatever. You can just keep it on your phone and do all that there. I think I'm going to use that. I think that's cute. I want to showcase this because I think the stamp is awesome. And so let's just use this on here. You've borrowed that term from Jana too. I didn't have a term for it either. The other term that she uses that cracks me up is the little glue worms. The glue worms. She talks about the glue worms that are underneath her paper when she puts her glue down. So that kind of cracks me up too. All right, so we're going to pop this up. Pop it up. Well, we're 53 minutes in, and I've gotten 5 cards made, so we've just got 3 more to go. I think we can do it. You know me, I'm a speedy crafter. And you can see I'm just throwing my things off to the side. I'll have a big mess when I get done. I'll have to clean them up. Isn't that cute? I think that's fun. That I took, and I just used some blue cardstock. I think I used the Mariner ink, and then I used some clear embossing powder and just embossed it, and so you've got all that good shine and everything on there. This could be just a great note card. Let's see. Oh, Roy's still coming home from Nashville. Okay, I'll let him know. Your phone is more than enough, but if you do have a camera you want to use, that would be good, Shanna. I have a camera, yes, mirrorless camera. Even our old camcorders can be used, huh? DSLR. I have a really nice camera that Pat bought me. I used to take pictures of sports pictures of the girls in school, and this camera was fantastic. I could get some great shots, like long jumping and stuff, and get them in the air, and it was a fantastic camera. And I've done, I did school pictures for one of my friends' kids, and did that. That was fun too. And I did school pictures for my kids too, and just different photo shoots and stuff. So anyway, but I need to figure out that camera. I don't know. I can figure out how to do it. Trying to see what I'm doing here. So this is actually the way it goes. I flipped it on that one because I decided to use that pattern paper, but it actually goes like this. And we'll get it laid down on there, and then we'll come up with something to put on here. I love this blue, I don't know, gingham paper. I think it's so pretty. I'm a big fan of gingham. I think that's gingham or plaid, whatever. But it looks really pretty. Again, could be, a note card. We could put anything on this because we just have the florals and We could bring our bicycle in. I haven't really used any of the clothing either. So here is a cup of flowers. Wonder, I think I have some. Do I have any more of the? That's pretty. I really feel like I need a big piece for that. Let me see what I've got here. Just digging around. I don't know. I used the big furniture already. I could put that bike on there. That's kind of cute. Let me see. I've got some other stuff over here. Well, that could be pretty. That would look pretty. I like that because of the yellow and everything in there. Let me dig around. And I did, die cut some of these things out as well, just to have them. I like that. And what else I have? That's cute too. I wonder if we could work those two in there together. I think that could be pretty. Let's do that. I need to remember, when you get to the more yellows to look at these ephemera pieces here. So we'll lay some of those on the desk so I don't forget about it. What I've got there. Okay. So we'll glue this one down. We'll pop that other one up. We'll have just a couple pieces of ephemera on there. And then I have that sentiment in here that says a cup of positivity. We should use that on this one. Hopefully I can find it. There it is. We can use that on there. That'll look nice. Okay. So the bike. You wanted me to use the bike. We'll use the bike on the next one. Because we've got we can do it on the next one. Because we're doing the same sketch on all of these. And then I will have this set done and I can take pictures and upload them and we will be good to go. And I can submit my craft roulette card. We're just taking care of everything all at once. So that's that. And then we've got our cup of positivity. I think I'm going to put it down here. And we'll just glue it straight down. I really should bring in some enamel dots or something. I had some, where are they? Just some, I had these like silvery ones, but I don't know that I have, what have I got? This is my messy collection here. Those might work. This doesn't work. It's not wide enough for everything, but I just keep sticking them in here. There's one there that could work. I'm just like throwing them in here and then I just pull them out as I need them. What's that? It's a mess. I just close it and move it out of the way. All right. I think I like these. Yeah, we'll use some of these. I haven't put any on any of them. So I'll do it now. Just decorate it up. Oh, Dawn's going to get a snack. Let's see. She's working on card sketch 15, and which you can create 4 cards with. Yeah, I was mentioning that when Kinder was designing the sketches, she realized that she was on the 14th sketch, and she still had a 6x6 pattern paper, 6x6 sheet of pattern paper that she needed to do because she does 6, and so she went ahead and made a sketch that she could do 4 out of it, and then there'd be 18, and that's how that turned out. So that was really fun. So that was a fun surprise for all of us on the design team. Yeah, if you want to check out the sketches, in fact, I have a banner that I run somewhere right there. That's her patron, and you have to become a free member of her patron to get access to the cutting guide and the sketches. You don't have to pay for it, it have to be free. Now she does have tiers to where you can get a lot of other fun things. We get card kits, mini kits for one level, full kits for another level, just lots of fun stuff. So you can check that out if you're interested and you haven't tried it. This is a fun way to quickly create cards. I've been kind of pulling this in and showing you, this is the, it gives you the sketches and then the cutting guides on the back. Here we're not allowed to show the cutting guide, but we do show the sketches when we're making them. And anyway, it's a fun way to quickly make, a set of cards and to really kind of blow up your 6x6 pattern paper. Now I like this on that bright yellow, but I haven't used this. So I'm gonna use it because I like this pattern. I just haven't used it. So I'm gonna use it. Anyway, I guess I could put it, you know what I could do? I could put it on a, now I scored up a bunch. Let's do that. Because it's kind of stark. We might do that on the next two. I've got some white card bases here that I have brought together. So let's do that and we'll kind of just change that a little bit. And we'll use that. So anyway, yeah, lots of fun. A lot of our group, participates with it and everything. Yeah, both sides are so pretty. Linda says she's working on her May submission, going to do 789 tomorrow. Yeah. Autocorrect is killing me. Oh, I know. I have the worst time. I always look like I'm illiterate when I'm chatting because you're just chatting and then you hit enter and you're like, oh, I really do know how to speak and type and spell, but you have a rough time when you're on the live trying to chit chat and keep up with everybody and everything. So I completely understand because I struggle myself. I get that laid down on there. That's kind of an interesting look, but I just used what I had. So anyway, so we've got that. So now we need to bring some yellow back into this and kind of tie it all in together. That's kind of pretty. We've got some books and that. We have her with a little dog. Now Kelly wanted me to use the bike. Let's see. Could the bike fit in on that? Should I use the bike on this one? I've got florals for the next one because I haven't used it. And it's going to look like we can just audition it. So we've got that. And we could add this to that. I don't know. I need some yellow for this one, so I'll save this one for that. And let's see, we've got the cute little dog. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then we have her with the dog. I think I like that. I wonder if we could add, oh, let's add a doily. I don't know if I like it with the stitched. Let's see. Just looking at my bits and pieces I have over here. What color's on the back of that? Oh, that's the raindrop. That's the other thing. I haven't used the umbrellas either. I don't think I need that there. All right, I'm just poking along here, you guys. Can add that. I kind of like that. Let's do that. We could do that or the books. I think the books flowers matches better. You love the umbrella, Jay? Yeah, you used it with the lady and that did work out very nice. And when you did that, I thought, oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's a great idea. How you positioned it. You were going to position it there. You could fussy cut her and add the doily. I could, but she's got a stitched edge around her, but I'm going to go with this because I think I like the bringing in the yellow and kind of tying that into this, I think that works. So we'll do that. Good way to choose kind of eeny meeny. Let's see. It's a good technique. All right. So there we go. There's that one. And these are going to kind of be note cards, you know, that you can use for anything. I have not gotten any of that pet tape yet. Oh my gosh, I want it so bad. I have not gotten any of it. Yep. Has a blue colorway if you love that. I don't have that. You like the books with flowers? Yeah, I think it turned out. I think it turned out nice with the flower because the flowers match closely, so that's why you know I was kind of drawn to that. We could bring in some more yellow with these bright ones here. Just put a couple dots on here. Sometimes, and I didn't look the sketch. Sometimes she'll have like 3 dots on there. I know Linda was doing a card today that she was like, I got to remember that there's 3 dots on there. You don't have to get them on there, but if you want to follow the sketch, you can. This one didn't have that on there, but you can add anything you want. So that'll finish it off really pretty. Very, very pretty. Stop, use that. Oh, you want me to use the, what do you want me to use? I'm going to use I'll use the bike on this one. We might turn the paper. Should we turn the paper? Let's turn the paper. We'll turn it. We'll bring in a white card base too. It is hard to choose. It's very, very hard to choose. I almost want to cut all of them in half and just flip one over and have both on there. But I think this watercolor will look better with the bicycle. And we'll get the bicycle down there. Since there are no dudes, you might have to add Ian on there. Yeah, you could. Whoops, I need to get that lined up right. I'm looking at the chat, not paying attention to what I'm doing. I don't have any of the Ian stamp sets. Oh my goodness. All right, close enough. All right. And then this one's going to go down here. And I can't believe it. An hour and 7 minutes, and I've gotten, let's see, 1, 2, let's see, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Not bad. Not bad at all. Who forgot to tap the like button? Somebody forgot. You got to check it out. Hit that like button. We should have 22 likes. I know Yvette says, we got to get, there's this many people on there. We got to get it. We got to get it. How many likes do we have? I haven't even looked. So we'd take a couple more. Did you, Jay? You haven't hit the like. I always try to make sure I hit it before I leave. Yeah, that looks really pretty on there. Very, very pretty. So we'll get that laid down. You see 18 likes? Okay. We've got to get a couple more. So I appreciate that. You guys promoting that. I really do. I don't always think to say it. I'm busy yakking and crafting and everything, and I just don't think to ask for it. So there we go. That's really, really, really pretty. Is there anything else I want to add to it? I didn't bring any blue ones in. I should bring in some blue dots, but I think that'll pretty much do it. I like it. Very pretty. So I still have, like I said, I could take and add ephemera to the insides of all of these because I still have plenty left. I could make several more cards. I have made a lot. Now, I don't have all of them. We'll run through them here. But I have made a lot of cards, and I told you I couldn't find the one card that I was looking for that I had made that I loved with the bird. But we'll kind of go through these, and I think I've got them in order. I may not, but so let's just count them. I know there's one more. Now, these were the 2 funfuls, and there was a third one that I liked. So that's 3. And then we have 18 here. So we've got 21 cards that I've made with this, and maybe more. Because I made and posted on Jamie's thing as the guest designer. But I still have, you know, a good amount of ephemera and a good amount of this paper left. So I could still make, you know, several more cards. So you can get a lot out of this. But so I'm showing, what am I, 18, 19, 20, 21 cards because I know I made that bird card that I don't have. And so you can get a lot out of this. So very pretty. And the colors, you know, Jamie just coordinates everything so beautifully. And it's just so much fun. So anyway, we got them done. And now what I need to do is take a picture of all 18. And these are the bonus ones plus the bird one that I can't find. And then I'll get them submitted to Kinder's Card Challenge for my May submission. And then this particular one here is the one we put the gift card in. And we are going to submit it for the Craft Roulette card. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. I really enjoyed guest designing, and it was a lot of fun. You should do how many cards can you make with one pack of ephemera? Yeah. You know, and I said last year, this is funny. I said last year that I should count the number of cards that I make in a year because I'm sure it is unbelievable. And I didn't start doing it. And I'm not kidding you. It is unbelievable how many cards I make. Because I took all of my cards out and took them to church earlier in the year, and they've been getting picked up and bought, purchased, and everything there. And I'm overloaded again in here because I have so many. I mean, right here I'm holding, you know, I've got, well, right here I have 20 cards. There's one more that goes with it, but yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, so I need to package these up and give them away as gifts because they're beautiful sets, and I think it'd be a great gift for people. So anyway, everyone is invited and free to join us in the challenge. And yes, effect pairing would be not, yes, an effective pairing would be Not Too Shabby products. That's absolutely true. Great combination. And Jamie supports Kendra's Card Challenge and, provides us with product to work with and prizes and everything. So we want you to support her. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. We've been on an hour and 12 minutes. It's 9:01. We got to start a few minutes early since Jay popped off early. But anyway, so have a great week ahead, and I'll see you guys around in all the crafty spaces. So have a great day. Talk to you later.